we're going to be doing some nice deep stretching. We're going to start out with stretching out our legs just now because we've been sitting a while. And good, we're still starting on time and everything. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Thank you so much for being here, you guys, and keeping this, our live stream going strong for like, what, eight plus months? And we're now Tuesday, Thursdays, so that's awesome, right? And then I'm going to have you bring the soles of the feet together, holding your feet and deep breathing. So you could be upright or you could come forward. So see how that works for you. And stretching. So, and thank you so much for all your caring. I know, I feel it. Thank you so much. Take a breath in. Exhale. And again, breathe in. Exhale. And stretching out. Good. Alrighty. So we're cross. We're gonna do a side bend movement. So reach one arm up in the air, up and over. Deep breath in. Come over. Maybe your elbow touches down. Good. And reach. And it thrills me that we get the Seattle Athletic Club people at the gym with us right now. That makes me so happy. Bester and John and whoever else is out there. Good. And then come up. And from here, so the arm that was up, you're going to twist in that direction. Okay, the side you just stretch. Twist, long spine, breathe in, look back. Good. And take a breath in. Exhale, keep twisting. And we're going to reverse. So you could reverse your leg crossing. Take one arm up into the air. Inhale. And come over. And I think all of you know, I think by now you all know how to make, if you want to follow and you don't have to see all the squares that you go onto speaker. I think you all know that. Anyways, click speaker view. So you're reaching through your fingertips. And you're breathing. What a gift, right? To be able to breathe, to have lungs clear. Yes, breathe in. Maybe you can drop your elbow down. Deep breath in. Oh, there's effort involved. And then this side that you just stretched, you're going to twist to that direction. And take a moment, move from your navel, look back, breathe in, exhale. Wonderful. And then letting go. So we're going to come onto our backs. We're going to do a few movements on our backs. And as we're here, I think I'd like to start out with pelvic tilts, just because it's like foundation, such a foundation. Sorry, have a block handy. Have your block handy. So we'll start out just no block, feet are flat onto the mat. You're going to press your back down into the mat without straining your neck. Inhale, arch. Exhale, press. There's no gap between your back and the floor. Inhale, release. Take your block in place. Bring your block to your knee. You just added another element to this pose. Exhale, press your back down, squeeze into the block, and tighten your pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, release. Take your hands under your head. Exhale, press navel down towards the floor, squeeze into the block, tighten pelvic floor muscles, don't strain your neck, and release. Now, adding a little more. So your feet are off the mat, knees squeezing in. You want 90 degree, 90 degree. The tendency is to draw the knees in. Take a deep breath in, exhale, press. If you need to, your hands can help you, or your hands are under your head. Inhale, release. There's lots of steps. Exhale, press down, engage core, squeeze into the block, tighten pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, let go. Do that at your own pace 3 more times. Exhale completely. Inhale, release. Good work. Take the block to the side, soles of the feet are together, hands are onto the belly, and breathe. Inhale, and exhale. And then, so think of this. You're in bound angle. You're going to interlace your fingers, press palms up, and then press palms up overhead. So your body stretches, like you're stretching through the side ribs, underarm area. Your back will arch. And, in a way, you're creating space to be present, space to breathe into. Okay. Arms are at a T. Now, the feet stay together. Think of clamshells, but also think of a door hinge. And you're going to bring your left knee over to the right, and you're going to try to close the clamshell. Turn your head to the left. Inhale, back to center. You're in that original position, soles of the feet touching. And then right knee comes across. Keep your right shoulder down. Really work to get your knees to touch and open it out. That's the pattern. Exhale, turning your head away from the knees, clamshell closes. Inhale, clamshell is open. Exhale, and back and forth. So for me, I love this. I have to work to try to close the clamshell. I have to really work to get my shoulder down. Inhale, by contrast, very open. And then I like the pressure and the working. Yeah. So one more on each side. And then once you're done, feet are flat onto the mat, and we have our bridge pose. Starting out with a pelvic tilt, lift the pelvis up, and when you lift, take a moment, clasp hands underneath you, tuck shoulders underneath you, and open the whole front of your body. Just like feel really open, that the back of your body is supportive. Some of you go up pretty high. You might be able to bring your hands under your pelvis, but don't worry, if you can't, you could clasp your hands and bring little finger down to the mat. And one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Come down slowly. Try to articulate your back, get it to move. Yeah? And then taking hold of your feet. Good. Soles of the feet looking up at the sky, at the ceiling. No one's outside right now. You can hold your ankles or hold your feet. Go really wide with your knees. And breathe into your low back. Take a breath in. And exhale. Stretch your back. And again, breath in. And exhale. Mm-hmm. And one more, deep breath in. And exhale. Good. And then we'll take the legs up in the air, shake them out. Just shake out your feet. Just take a moment here. Shake, 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 shake. Take your arms up in the air. Shake them out. Shake them out. Good. Relax your face. Yeah. Okay. And then release. So on this next one, I'd love for you to have a strap and a block. If you don't, well, oh well, but we'll make do. All right. So if you have your block and strap, what I'm going to say first is, I'm trying to think of how Vester would do this. Okay, I know what you do. So you make this little tiny loop, all right? We're going to do the loop first. So you're going to make the loop, and you're going to loop your feet together. It's not at your ankles. Well, it's going to be a little tight. Your legs are going to be up in the air, held together. So it's kind of tight. I want the loop to hold. And I would like it to be kind of like I'm going to cinch it up, and it's right against my outside calves about mid, and that's it. And then you're like, well, how am I going to get up there? Okay, so you're going to be clever. Okay, you're going to take your legs up, hold the block, lift, and take the block underneath you. So you know you can do this without a strap, without a block. We've done it many times without. But it's very nice to have your legs bound. It's hard to explain it. If you were just watching and go, what's the big deal? But and if you just have a towel, you could tie. And then here we are. And you're just going to be here for about, close to a minute. So Relax your shoulders. Close the eyes. If your hamstrings are tight, your knees are going to be bent. And relax your feet, your legs. This is all about lymph fluid moving towards your heart. Okay? So this is working with gravity. Breathe in. Exhale. Really focus on your breath. Inhale. Exhale. And one more breath in. And exhale. It's kind of close. So what we're going to do is take the arms out to a T. Palms are facing up. Another breath here. And we're going to bend the elbows. Now, if you're really tight, your hands don't come to the floor. Maybe you can get the backs of your hands to touch down. Breath in. Exhale. My favorite is diamond. The elbows are bent and the little fingers, maybe index fingers touch. Palms are up. Breath in. Exhale. And then to come out, you bend the knees, grab hold of that strap. It's easier said than done for some, right? Taking it away. Feet flat onto the mat, take the block away. And then just feel your new back. I love saying that. Take hold of your feet. You're in happy baby. Knees are wide. Yep. Breathe in. Exhale. Let your left leg come down and just holding your right foot in half lotus. So in half lotus, my right knee is pointing to the screen. It's not pointing in towards my body. It's pointing outward. And holding the foot. Breathe in. Exhale. Some can lift the head, lifting your head towards your foot, and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Same leg, you're going to bring your right foot on left knee and come across for a twist. Right arm extending, there you are in your twist. Right shoulder down. Breathe in. And exhale. And breath in. And exhale. Now, towards the end, you might stay where you are, or maybe you're going to straighten your right leg. Some hold, some use a strap, some let the leg rest on the mat, on the floor. And again, breathing in. And exhale. We're going to come out and lower the leg, and we have one more side, so we'll take hold. You could always hug the knee in and then gradually holding your left foot. So my left knee is pointing over to the Buddha. Okay, and here you are, breathing in. Inhale. Exhale. You could also lift, okay? You might be lifting, bringing your head towards your foot. See what is possible. So you get deeper into your outer hip. Breath in. Exhale. Lower your head. Left foot is on right knee. Right hand's going to draw the leg across. As you draw across, turn your head to the left. Extend your left arm and breathe. Now it's entirely up to you. Keeping the knee bent is one way, or you hold the foot, you extend, push out through the heel, good, and stretching the outer hip. Breath in. Exhale. And breath in. Exhale. push out through the heel. Good work. Come right back to center and all the way down. Good work. So we're going to roll on up to sitting, rolling on up to sitting. And we'll come right to child's pose. You might want a blanket under your knees. Yeah. And from child's pose, your knees could be fairly wide. And we're going to come down and bring your head down, forehead down, arms forward. I have my knees rather wide. Not quite as wide as the mat, but I like that because it kind of makes my back feel like it can really stretch. Take a breath in. Exhale, and then walk your hands over to the right. Walk your hands over to the right and stretch. You may even want to reach for your left wrist and stretch the left side of your body. Walk across the other way. Grab hold of your right wrist, lower your head, stretch the right side of your body. Deep breath in and exhale. Good. Back to center. And then from here we have our cat-cow. So rounding and arching round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Tuck your belly in. Inhale, arch. And round. We will thread the needle. So you could be from hands and knees initially. Left arm can come up into the air, reach up high, and then left arm threads under the other, your pelvis up in the air. You're trying to get the left side of your head down, left shoulder down, and twist. Now, of course, you might want to straighten your right leg. The foot is always connected to the floor. Maybe you can swing the leg forward. Some can reach left hand, right foot. I know not everyone can go there. So if you're really long-legged, it's hard to do that. So you do what is possible and breathe. Using a strap to hold the foot is another way. I just feel like today's session, I want to really stretch and feel toned, and I would like miracles to happen in this hour. How's that? I believe in miracles. That's right. And so just kind of, why not? What's the miracle? The miracle is, maybe it's like, oh, I feel rejuvenated. I feel relaxed. I feel limber. I feel strong. Maybe that miracle is like, I feel totally present, and that's a good way to be. Let's take other side. Right arm comes up, extend, and swing your arm, slide your arm underneath, your tailbone up in the air. And then let's see, how are you with extending the leg, and maybe even reaching for your foot, breathing, look upward. Stretch between shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale. Let's go ahead and come on out. Good work. Woo. Release. And then we are going to come back to downward facing dog. Okay. So hands are spread wide on your mat. Curl toes under. Shift on back. And pedal. Bend one knee and press opposite knee down. Bend one knee, press opposite heel down. Back and forth. And think about like you're really exercising your feet. Yep. Really working through your feet, the little bones of your feet moving and moving. Yep. And then straighten out the legs. Press your hands into the mat. Stretch out. Breathe in. Exhale. And let's walk the hands forward. Come to plank. And then upward facing dog. Your knees can come down extending through the toes. Look up, arch, and look past one shoulder. Look at your back foot. And look the other way. Look past the shoulder. Look at the other foot. And then look upward. And from here, the way I want to work the forward bend, I've been liking doing this, so you curl toes under. Your hands are going to help you to come back. So it's sort of like, yeah, your knees might be bent a lot, or maybe slightly, or you straighten. And once you're here, taking a moment, take hands to elbows and breathe. I think of it as a ragdoll. You could have your feet kind of wide, hands to elbows. I'm going to bring my feet as wide as the mat. And like a ragdoll, Raggedy Andy, you're hanging out. And maybe you're going to, because your feet are so wide, maybe you're going to swing your arms from side to side. Really swing from side to side and let your upper body go very relaxed. Yeah, so you're like the Tin Man who just got a dose of oil in your joints, and so all of a sudden everything's kind of moving along here. And then from here, one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Hands are onto your thighs. Press. Go ahead and come on up. I'll fix the screen in a moment. Take the arms up into the air. Interlace fingers. Press palms up. Stretching. And breathe. Stretching this. Okay, good. All right. So let's move things out of the way. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way now. And we'll go wide. And we'll start out with strength, and then we'll go to flexibility. Okay, so heels turned in, toes turned out. And we drop down, and instead of forward, I'm upward. Horse, interlace fingers, breath in through the nose, exhale audibly through your mouth. Good. Stay upright. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Then we go to the stretch. Your elbows are going to push your knees back, lower your head more, and nice stretch here. You could shift side to side. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then pressing up, and we'll step to the front of the mat. Okay. So once to the front of the mat, what you're going to do, your feet, I believe we did this on Tuesday, so the feet are together, and the heels are going to come up, and heels come down. Heels up, heels down. Arms, heels up and arms up, and down. Up again, and down. Now, it's almost like you're coming into chair, but your heels are going to come up. So you're going to work your quads even more. If possible, your heels are touching, and your arms come forward like so, palms like your arm. You can see your hands, shoulder height. Breathe in. Exhale. Again, breath in. Exhale, and then release. Swing the arms up into the air. And hands are to heart center. We have chair and revolve chair. So now the heels will stay down. You're going to drop down, touch down. Let's see what one arm is like. That's kind of nice, one arm at a time. The other arm reaches up alongside ears. And then now both arms reaching up, looking ahead of you. And the mantra is, it feels good to be strong. We add a twist. Left elbow across right knee. The easier way is your upright. And more intense, elbow across knee, palms come together. Drop your sitting bones down and breathe. Knees are aligned. Breath in. Exhale. Sweep the arms up. Woo, feels good to lengthen the spine. Send your heart center upward. Second side, so we're going to start out with Utkatasana, chair or fierce pose. One arm at a time, reach up. and down. The other arm, up and down. Both arms, up. And then elbow across knee, second side, right elbow across left knee. Palms come together, twist, and breathe. And sweep the arms up, palms up, and hands to heart center. Good work. We have eagle, and we'll just kind of we're going to do 3 poses, but they're not all together, okay? So we'll start out with the legs. So your right leg up over the other, and you wrap. An easier way might be crossing like a figure 4 or wrapping. My standing knee shouldn't waver. Left arm over the other. Working immune system again, working the flexibility of the joints of the body, the shoulders, the neck, the rest of the spine, the knees, the ankles, the feet. Breathe in. Exhale. Unwind and come back to center. Hands to heart, breath in. Exhale. Let's come to a squat in between. So you might go farther like horse or only as wide as the mat. And we drop down. And some of you can come down quite a ways. So you want to have your heels anchored down and stretch. Deep breath in and exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Hands are down, pressing you up. Second side. Bending both knees. Left knee over the other. Wrap. Right arm over the other. It's good for brain plasticity as well when you do. And yoga is really good for the brain. It's like brain exercise, thinking left, right, balancing, challenging the brain, the proprioceptors. They're in your muscles and they relay back to your brain where you are at any given time, sideways, upside down. Breathe in. Exhale. Unwind. And then again, your choice, go wide or come right down to a squat. Now, you'll notice that I'm coming to a squat. I'm like middle of the mat because I'm going to challenge some of you to come to your crow, balancing. So some are like, oh no, this is where I'm staying. Some might say, well, maybe I'll just practice. Remember, you have clawed hands. You're going to claw your hands. They're not flat. And you're going to squeeze your knees into your arms. And maybe you don't take flight today. Maybe you take one foot off the ground, or maybe both. What's key is squeezing your knees into your arms. And then coming out. And most people go in that have a lot of upper body strength, right? And it can be tough on your wrists. So come on up and bring your legs together. Second variation with our eagle, okay? So from here, what we'll do is the right leg will come back. You're coming to warrior 1. So heel up or heel down, ideally, and your pelvis is squared. Oh, this is a lot of strength in your legs, right? And then the arms are out at a T position. Oh, let's come up into warrior. Yeah, we'll do our warrior. Palms reaching up. This is a pure warrior. And yesterday we had Veterans Day. And I think warrior fits in really well with Veterans Day. I also want to mention a veteran that I know. She's amazing. Her name is Bobby Mercer. She lives in Seattle. She'll be 101 in January. And she's my friend Simone's mother. Bobby met her husband Lyle. They were in World War II together. She was a nurse, helping burn people, pilots, soldiers who got burnt. She wrote about it. Let's take the arms out, right arm over the other. And she has dedicated her life to being a veteran of peace. Lift your elbows, look up, reach, breath in. So you could do that when you're a warrior. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Now you're opening it up. Maybe you're facing, you might have to turn, so I'm facing the screen. And from here, I'm straightening the legs. I'm going to drop down. And I'm going to remember to take my right arm over the other, because later on I'll come back here. So right arm over the other. There you are, another hybrid pose. Breath in. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale. Now, can you undo the arms? Forearms are crossed. You're going to drop your fingertips down and lower your head to where your back is flat and you're just looking down at the mat. And then push on up. Good work. And step. So I step the other way because warrior is coming and I want to be able to open out towards the screen. So starting out in mountain, feeling your full height and then some. And then left leg now comes up. Left leg back. Heel down. We'll take the arms up. You stayed here a while because I told you the story of Bobby Mercer, veteran, World War II veteran, almost 101, and dedicated her life to being a veteran for peace. Look up, breathe in. Exhale. Take the arms out to the side. Left arm over the other, wrap. Good. And you could send your arms up. This one has a name. It's called Wild Thing. It's one of the wild things. There's two of them. Two poses called Wild Thing. Look up, breathe. Exhale. Lower. Unwind. Turn. Adjust your feet. Dropping down, and this time we'll take a left arm over the other, wrap, dropping down, inhale, exhale, a nice hybrid pose. You're part eagle, part horse. How much better does it get? And the mind goes wild with imagination. You're going to drop your hands down, fingertips pressed down, and take a moment here, flatten your back. Good, looking at your mat. And then press on up, take the arms up, step to the front of your mat, and hands to heart center. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. So I do want to work on, there's a little strengthener coming up. So you can see there's a good blend of stretch and strength today. And do have a block. Again, if you don't have a block, well, you can still do this anyway. The block doesn't weigh much, but it gives us a little focus. And it's the one borrowed from Ruth Bader Ginsburg did this in her workout. But anyways, it's very much yoga-like. So because we add poses to it. So your right leg is raised. You're holding a block. You're upright. And again, the block doesn't weigh much. You're going to just slowly, slowly come down. Bring your block down and extend your leg in the air. So there's a form of warrior 3. Maybe you can take your hands to your heart. Maybe you'll take your arms out to a T, like Superman, Superwoman here. Reach for the block, bend your standing leg, come up, and then draw your right knee up towards chest, and you're just looking ahead of you. You're going to do that again. We're just going to do 2 on each side. Bring your block down, and you could stay there. You could take your hands to your heart. You could take your arms out to a T. You could take your arms forward alongside ears. Grab a hold of your block. Come up. Bring your leg forward, arms up overhead. And maybe you can extend your right leg. Woo-hoo. And lower. Yeah, they're not easy, but they're they're doable. Okay, let's try the other side. So now my left leg is up. And if these are really hard for you, your toes can touch down. At least, you know the floor is there. And all right, begin to lower. I always bend my knee in transition. Coming up, coming down, the knee is bent. But once I have my block down, I'm going to straighten my standing leg and straighten the leg in the air. Yes, say hello to your hamstrings. And then bend the knees, grab the block, yeah, and look ahead of you. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. I know I kind of skipped a little step. That's okay. We're going to do it now. So bring your block down, extend. And you can take your hands to your heart center. You could take your arms out to a T. Maybe take your arms forward alongside ears. Hold the block. Bend your standing leg as you come up. Find your new focal point ahead of you. Take your arms up in the air and extend your left leg. You can do it. And lower and coming to standing. That's a lot. Yeah. By contrast, we'll come to extended side angle so we can really get a nice side bend movement. Bending, coming over, reach your arm up over ear, relax your jaws and invite breath into the top lung. Your lower hand might come to your ankle and stretch. So remember that you're not just stretching muscles. You're stretching muscles and sometimes you're stretching tendons, but right now we're stretching muscles, veins, and arteries. So this is great for circulation, keeping the veins and arteries supple, right? You don't want hardening, and we want to keep them supple and keep them elasticized. So this is going on as we're doing our yoga. We don't think about that too much, but this is happening. Come on out, and let's walk or spring the feet together. Land with bent knees if you spring. And then just stand for a moment in mountain. Breath in. Exhale. Just imagining all the blood flow from having stretched. And then the other side. So, foot turning, go a little wide, bend your knee, extending the arms, and coming over. Take the arm up over ear, maybe the lower hand reaching for the ankle. Wonderful stretch. Breathe. And again, that idea of, yes, I stretch muscle and ligaments, but I'm also really, I'm stretching muscle, I'm moving fascia, tissue, but I'm also stretching veins and arteries. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Come up. Feet can be coming together. So 1, 2, 3, and up you go. Good. Breath in. Exhale. So we're going to work on twists. We're going to come to sitting. And as we come to sitting, so the first one is, it actually starts with this, where I do a crossover, my right leg crossed over left thigh. And you could be like way back, you could be really close up. Some of you are really open, you have your heel in, and you're folded in. Breathe in. You're like, where's the twist, right? It's a hip stretch, outer hip stretch. What we're going to do is come to half spinal twist. So if you're like, oh no, I can't do that, you're going to straighten your leg. That's easier before twisting to the right. Or you drop your foot down. But the common point is that right knee is up, left arm up, and we're going to twist to the right, towards the right knee. Opposite elbow, opposite foot. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, sorry. And breathe. You know, so in class when we do these, usually there's, you know, say out of a group of 20, there might be 2 or 3 who go the other way. And then I'll see it, I'll go and go the other way, you know. But now, there's a lot of that, you know, you are going to be you're listening, but ultimately you are your best teacher right now, and you're finding this pose on your own, in a sense, right? I think the online experience has changed us as yogis. I think it's just, you know, we're used to practicing as a group. Let's do the other side, okay? Left ankle over the other. We're used to practicing as a group, being inspired by each other and getting a charge out of the group energy, definitely. And being online, we've had to learn how to feel energy differently. It's really amazing. And I think we've succeeded. I mean, you know, we would prefer to be in person, I think, but we've reached out and we've formed this community online. And we practice together. It's amazing. We're doing it. We are resilient. We're adaptive. Breathe in. Exhale. So, again, remember, you can straighten the leg and come to a twist, or you could drop your legs and come to a twist. So the right arm is up. This is my left leg raised. So right elbow across left knee and twist and look back. Breathe in. Exhale. And breath in. Exhale. And unwind. All righty. So I'm going to start out on our backs, and then we might be going into pigeon. Some will go to pigeon. Some will say, oh no, I'm going to stay on my back. So you're going to start out with right leg over the other, just kind of how you did earlier. And we have threading the needle. So my right leg is over the left. My right arm threads through. You could hold behind the knee. That's easier. Or hold your kneecap. Right ankle flexed. And breathe. Right outside hip stretching. Now, you will all do this. So the left foot comes down, arms are at a T, and we're going to go side, 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 side. That feels really good. If you have sciatica, you're happy right now. You're like, oh, this is good. Now, it's up to you. Do you feel like when you go to the left, will you stay in your twist? Will you stretch your leg? Or do you feel like you'll come up and come to pigeon? It's your right knee forward. It really depends on you, on your knee, on your hip. So if you were able to come to pigeon, lift and come down. So some are on their backs in a twist. Some are in pigeon, stretching the right outside hip. Breathe in. Exhale. And then from here, those of us in pigeon, we can come back to downward facing dog. Some of you might be saying, oh, I want to go back to downward facing dog. Or we'll be meeting you soon on our backs. Press back, stretch. Bring the knees down. We're going to do second side. I know I kind of got you up and down here. Left ankle over right thigh, and it's threading the needle. So left ankle raised, therefore left arm goes through, hold behind the knee or hold your knee. Left ankle flexed, and breathe, stretching your left outside hip. And breathe. Now, right foot is down, arms are at a T, and side, side. Now, to be honest with you, I love all of these. I mean, it's, I like this going back and forth. It's so nice. You can feel pressure across your glutes. You're just feeling that nice kind of massage pressure, right? And then from here, going to drop your legs to the right, and you decide, is this where you want to stay? Do you want to extend? Or will you come up to pigeon, left knee forward, right leg back, and stretching the outer hip. Look up, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward, and breathe. Deep stretch. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. So if you're on your backs, you could simply take legs up in the air. You could use a strap to hold, to stretch. That'll be like kind of your version of leg stretch, or coming to downward facing dog. And let's say that the tailbone is the highest point. You're reaching up, shake out your head. Relax, move your jaws, stretch your face, good. Mm-hmm. And then we'll come to upward facing dog. So you're coming towards plank, upward facing dog. Maybe your knees are down to make it easier, or you can have your knees up and your feet are extended. Breath in. Exhale. And knees down, press back, let your forehead drop down, and breathe. So let's do this one because this is really nice for before Shavasana. So you make fists. It's pounding, okay? So you make fists. They're soft, and your wrist is really loosey-goosey. It's very loose, okay? And you're going to start out with one leg, and you can hear the sound I'm making. I want your sound to be louder. Up by the hip and over towards the knee. Top of the thigh, inside thigh. Either side of your lower leg. Either side of your thigh. Other leg. Outside thigh. This is nice if you have tight IT bands. Good. Be ruthless. Top of the thigh. inside thigh. Getting blood to the surface of the skin. Either side of your lower leg. Either side of your thigh. Arm. Forearm. Now you can see, if you're sleeveless, you can really see the blood rise to the surface. Okay, other side. Forearm. It's nice if your arm is kind of down. If it's up, you have to kind of hold it up. So release, lie on your backs, and let yourself be in stillness. Feel your legs, feel all these movements you just did. Mm-hmm. Nice. Feel alive. Feel relieved. Maybe relieved that class is over, or relieved that you did yoga this morning. I'm teasing, actually, but, feel relieved. Like, yes. The relief that comes with the yoga practice. Take a deep breath in and completely relax your body. Take a moment, this reminder of today's dedication, practicing really random acts of kindness. They well up from who knows where, and they're simple. They don't have to be very complex. They're simple, random acts of kindness, and they go the extra 1,000 miles. They are powerful acts. If we could all do one simple such act every day, what happens? And right now, just feeling your breath, feeling this moment, feeling your health. Feeling how we stretch muscles and tendons and veins and arteries, and how your blood circulatory system is moving. How your nervous system is calm. Fill your mind with silence. There's a beautiful quote by Joseph Campbell, and he says, "The privilege of a lifetime is being who you are." The privilege of a lifetime is being who you are. Right now, be who you are. Experience who you are. And part of who you are is also your breath, the interior spaces you create, the luminescence that emanates from your heart, from your body, from your mind. we'll begin to deepen the breath, taking your time to resurface. And then from here, you're going to slowly move your hands, move your feet, roll to one side, make your way to sitting. And then as you make your way to sitting, we'll end our session with an Om.